What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. Got a review for you. Yesterday, I watched a film called Fighting with My Family, and this film kind of came out of nowhere for me. I actually had never heard of it at all until I saw a poster for it as I was walking in the theater, and I noticed that it starred The Rock. He starred in it, and they also produced this film, and then I didn't think anything of it. And then later on, when I was watching, I forget what movie I was watching, I think I might have been watching Cold Pursuit, the trailer for Fighting with My Family came on, and then that's when I was interested in the film, because I didn't even know this is based off a true story, because I don't follow WWE, but then the trailer really sold me on this film about this relationship, about this brother and this sister wanting to go for something, but then only one of them gets it. And I felt that that was a really, really great story. And then suddenly I decided, okay, this is not a movie that I knew anything about, but the trailers instantly sold me. I want to check it out. So I checked it out, and I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I liked this film more than I thought I would. This film is directed by Stephen Merchant, and it stars Florence Pugh as Saraya Knight, who is the daughter in this wrestling family, and she goes on to become Paige, who ends up becoming the WWE Diva Champion. And then there's Dwayne Johnson, who plays himself in a supporting role. Lena Headey plays Julia Knight, the mom. Nick Frost plays Ricky Knight, the dad. And Jack Lowden plays Zach Knight, the brother. That's the brother who also wanted to get into WWE. And then Vince Vaughn plays Hutch, also known as Sex Tape, because he makes people famous. Anyways, Vince Vaughn, he's the guy that is kind of like the judge of all these different contestants, and he's the one that decides who gets to be on WWE, because after all, it's really just going to be one of all these contestants, kind of like a reality show where they get on all these contestants and suddenly they're only going to pick one. And what's great about this story, what the heartwarming part about this story is that these four characters, the brother, the sister, the mother, the father, they come from a wrestling family. They run these independent and very low budget wrestling shows where they are from in England, Norwich, to be specific. And then the brother teaches people how to wrestle, these kids how to wrestle, and then they run wrestling shows, and then they sell tickets. And that's how they get by. That is what they do to make a living. But they want more, and the parents would love for their kids to get into WWE. The kids would love to be into WWE, but they're only going to take one of them. And the part that's just really engages you and really captivates your heart is the heartbreaking nature of the fact that they can only pick one, because you can really see an amazing performance by both Florence Pugh and Zach Frost. You see that relationship, Zach Frost, what am I talking about? Jack Lowden. The brother and sister, they do such an amazing job in making this relationship believable. I mean, I really feel terrible for Zach when he doesn't get the part. I mean, that, like, his acting really sold me, and there were moments where I just wanted to cry, because, cry tears of happiness and cry tears of sadness, just because you see the progression of when they were kids and working towards their way to this opportunity, and only one of them gets it. And that's the heartbreaking part about it. And you're just like, oh my God, this is like, it's such an amazing thing, but it's also such a terrible thing. Like, what would you do, right? These are such real situations, and it's such a sticky situation to be in. But at the end of the day, somebody's got to go with it, and that's the part that really guts you. So it's a very, very heartwarming and emotional ride, but it's also a great and fun comedy. This is written and directed by Stephen Merchant. I've never seen any of his work before, but he really keeps the tone of this film really, really light. I mean, this is a very quirky family. You know, they're considered freaks and weirdos, but that's what makes them so likable. And Nick Frost does such a great job as the dad. There's so much great comedy coming out of him, and everybody has really good chemistry. I really love the writing in this movie, and Dwayne Johnson playing himself. He is so good in this movie because he's playing himself and he does it so well. I mean, I love watching The Rock on screen when he's in the Fast and Furious movies, but he does such a great job playing himself. And Vince Vaughn is also awesome. There's a lot of really great comedic moments. Every single line that is a comedic moment really gets you every single time. There is not an unfunny line in this movie. And this movie was highly enjoyable. I just got goosebumps at so many moments in this movie because I really felt for the character. It felt so real. And after all, it is based off a true story. So I don't follow WWE, but watching the story really just reached out to me, and it was just a great story about people and relationships and really fighting for what you believe in against all odds. So there you have it. And I'm gonna give this movie, you know what, this movie is my favorite film and the best film of 2019. And so far, of course, I mean, we're only in March, but so far, this is my top film, and I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I give it a 9.5 because, well, first of all, it's not an original story. It's based off a true story, so, you know, there's that. But besides that, it's a fantastic film. Anyways, that's all I gotta say in this review, a 9.5 out of 10. As always, if you enjoyed this review, you want to see more, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name's Alex Yu. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.